If Boko Haram come Port Harcourt, you know, say my business not to kill them. I did Zamfara, they kill them. I did Plateau, they kill them. I did Niger, they kill them. If them come Port Harcourt, my business not to kill them. This thing I'm telling you is raw. This one is raw. I'm not like those people who do CCCC, this, that, apologetic. I'm a Muslim. If you come fight me, I go kill you. If you come fight me because I be Muslim, I'll kill you. That one. No compromise. But I will not start the trouble with you. Because there is no basis for me to start the trouble. Because my God told me, Lakum dinikum waliyadin. He told me, Ya ikrafidin. I didn't shave. I went to China to the barber. And they destroyed my beard. And it's coming back. My beard. How will I be afraid of the demented idiot? Look at how Madani stood in what? See, when you see a Muslim is not like any other person. No. Madani stood inside the Oval Office with Trump and said Israel is committing genocide. A local government chairman standing with the president and standing up to him. This truth are so atomic. I felt it I should tell you to repent. There's no repentance in the grave, which is true. Immediately your eye closed by. That's the end of you. And if you don't accept the truth, your destination is very clear. There is no this thing. The Quran says, whoever brings a religion other than Islam on the day of judgment, on the last day, on the day of Yawmul Qiyamah, it will never be acceptable of him. Whoever brings a religion other than Islam, God does not know any religion apart from Islam. Perfect submission to his will. That's what the Quran says. There is no blah, blah, damn, blah, blah, blah. No. Islam is the only religion and its religious text that allow you free choice. Whatever any other person who claims to be a Muslim that is practicing, that is not in this book, it's not Islam. If you can say that of your faith, that whoever does anything that is not in their text, your religion will not survive a day. Because if people follow what is inside your text, they'll be sick people. That's why you put your security in the hands of a Muslim, because he knows that he has a spiritual command guarding his life. You go to Dubai, they hardly steal. You go to Saudi Arabia, you park your car and you leave your key and you go out, and nobody steals your car. Saudi Arabia is bigger than Nigeria in landmass. Saudi Arabia is bigger than Nigeria in landmass. You go to Saudi Arabia, you see a lot of people. The ignition, the key is on. This is not what somebody told me. You see it every day in Saudi Arabia. People park their car with the ignition on, and they go to the shop and come back, enter their car and drive up. And nobody takes their car. And we are not talking of car. You are seeing Lamborghini. You are seeing Rolls Royce. You are seeing all sorts of cars. And they don't give it down. Nobody steals. Because they have this book. They have this book. You see this book? They have it. Some of them have not even read it. They have been told. And so they live with it. This is personal experience, and you know it. Most of you live in Muslim communities. And you see that the communities they live in is quite different from your own. I've seen so many people They claim other religion, but they put everything to Muslim. That pastor that is talking and lying, there are many people who are lying. There are many people who are lying. So people, 500 people killed. Where 500? Do you know what 500 people would be? Let us gather 500 people. Yeah. They killed 500 people in a day. In a village. How many villages have 500 people? You go about, you lie. So if Nnamdi Kanu is bigger than me, is there nobody bigger than Nnamdi Kanu? Engineer, man past man. Owekeme Lubi. Owekeme, me abi Owekeme, Super Owekeme. My hand they sound. No be mouth. My hand they sound, no be mouth. Cash, you are supporting the kidnapping. That's why you do nothing. Me, I am not only talking. I am talking and walking. I am doing everything to stop it. And the government knows. They know. So it's not about being a Christian or being a Muslim. I'm an Igbo man. I have every right to invite my friends to my house. So don't come and put when Muslims come to my house to pray with me that I will invite Fulani. I will continue to invite Fulani people to my house. I will continue to invite Igbo people to my house. I will continue to invite Yoruba people to my house. I will continue to invite Muslims to my house. Christians come to my house. People of other faith come to my house. Hell kids come to my house. And the Krishnas come to my house. So people come to my house. Even before I became Dabaya Makri, people were coming to my house. And they will continue to come to my house. So your cheap blackmail does not get to me. Igbo people look at me. I did not become a Muslim before Igbo people, they did not choose me when I was not a Muslim. I passed through the rank and file of Igbo leadership as a Muslim and got to the highest, the pyramid. And that's why they call me pyramid. Yes, Remy, Al-Qaeda man, former leader of Al-Qaeda, was with Donald Trump in the White House a few days ago. So if I'm Al-Qaeda, very soon I'll be in the White House too, like that one. Shaking hands, clicking glasses. If I'm Al-Qaeda, very soon I'll be in the White House, playing basketball with generals. But I'm not Al-Qaeda. I will never be Al-Qaeda because I will not allow myself to be paid to kill people, innocent people, like the U.S. and allies are doing, paying people, creating Boko Haram, creating Al-Qaeda, creating IS, creating all the evils and putting it on people's head. I was telling you a story that one of you interrupted me. A woman, she was a Muslim, she became a Christian. They lured her, they gave her a lot of things. And now the woman is, after some time, the woman realized that where she came from was better. She returned to Islam. They said, Anna, bring back all the things I will give you. Everything that I will give you, bring it back. And they've come to collect all the things. After she has been a Christian for over 10 years plus, she discovered that where I'm coming from is better for me. She went back and they took all the things that they gave to her. Muslims will not do that. I have seen so many Muslims. My brother, Kelly Joe, was a Muslim. He went to Mecca several times. All of a sudden now he says he's a prophet. That has not, the Muslim did not go and meet him and say, Kelly, come and Idris, he was Idris before, come and give us our things that, when you were with us. No, he's there. He's preaching. I always tell him when we meet, I say, if there's anything that Muslim did against you that you are preaching, come and say it. Come and say it in front of us. We are alive. There's nobody who has been a Muslim that is sincere, is truthful, not the 419 people. I've been a Muslim for 37 years. I've not seen anybody. I challenge you. Where did Muslim come to kill you before? All of you who are saying this thing, there is genocide in Nigeria. It's what now? What is your personal experience? Where did Muslim come to kill you before? No Christian has come to kill me because I'm a Muslim. No Christian, apart from this yabbing on social media and other places. No Christian had come to say the person want to kill me. No non-Christian, nobody of any faith has come to say wants to kill me. I'm a Nigerian. I'm the most hated Nigerian. The most hated Nigerian. That I know. And Tabaribe, you have been in Abuja. Who had come to force you to become a Muslim? You want to play to the gallery, you want to take bam, 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 bam. Muslim societies are better, they are more secured, they are more serene than any other society. And that's why they contrive evil, violence, and so on, and take it to Muslim land. So see, when people play to the gallery, somebody who is a former deputy governor, who is a senator, a serving senator, will come and talk rubbish that the Igbo land is this. You cannot do it. We are Muslims in Igbo land and will continue to be Muslim. There is nothing you, Abaribe, can do about it. You can't do nothing. Continue playing to the gallery. You can't do nothing. As long as you don't disturb you cannot disturb us. If you disturb us, we will fight you. If you disturb us, you attack us, we will attack you. You don't have the monopoly to talk rubbish. You don't have the monopoly to talk rubbish. And you cannot speak for me as an Igbo man. You cannot speak for me as an Igbo man, Abaribe. You don't have right to speak for me as an Igbo man. You don't have the right to speak for me as an Igbo man. I will continue to speak as an Igbo man. I don't have the right to speak for you. I can only speak. I can only speak. So you don't have the right to speak for me. So get that right and straight. Get it into your head. That you cannot speak for me as an Igbo man. I am a Muslim. That you cannot speak to me. Yes, the genocide. Somebody will threaten me as an Igbo man that I cannot be a Muslim in Igbo land. So that is not genocide. Then I cannot talk back at him because he's who? It's Igbo. It's Igbo. That he says that he will resist me from being a Muslim. So I cannot resist him. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. He will resist me as a Muslim. I didn't look for his trouble. Oh. He just woke up one morning. And he wants to feel good. He wants to join the bandwagon of Trump. He came up. Igbos will resist it. Igbos will resist me as a Muslim. Mujahid Abubakar Dokubo Asari. Look at this solution speak. You don't even have a name. Igbo land, they are great. When an Apa man is talking, where are you from? How can you talk? Because it's today. When an Apa man is talking, you solution, you don't even have a name. How can you talk? When an open man, when we stood up to the British, where were you? Where were your parents? They were hiding in caves. Look at Lady Precious. He is not your kind of Igbo I want to be now. I can never be your kind of Igbo. My Igbo is Igbo. I'm an open man. I am an Igbo man. Whether you like it or not, that's your bloody business. You can't stop. You can't take my Igbo-ness from me. So don't bother your head. I'm not even bothered by you. Whether you believe it or not. Igbos will come for me. Hey, forget about it. This is how they talk. When I raise my hand now, you run. Nobody even know you. So, as I round up today, I want to say that we can all live together in peace when we stop these lies, this nonsense, and this propaganda. Nobody is going to give you money at Baribe, OPM, nobody. Nobody at Baribe had come to disturb you to be a Muslim. You are in the north there. You are in Abuja. Nobody has come to ask you to be a Muslim. Why do you wake up to make this senseless, insane statement? Somebody who had been a former deputy governor, who had been a deputy governor, who is now a serving senator. Why will you make this insane statement? Or APM, Asari will invite. If you like, you talk to tomorrow. I'll continue to invite Muslims to come. Pray with me in my house. Live with me in my house. Do everything. When even you are a security man where your child is going to school. You are a security man where your child is going to school. Is a Muslim. You come here to talk about this thing. You think not to come talk for social media.